Hi everyone, it's Miss Kristy from East Pennsboro Library. Finally starting to feel pretty good. Got some new medicine to take, and I think today the doctor might have gotten me straightened out. So I hopefully won't be sniffling and coughing. Welcome to another fun craft. This one is for Valentine's Day. And if you look behind me, let me see if I can take these down and show them to you. Today, oh, goodness, I can't get this one down. There we go. Today, I'm going to show you how to make three-dimensional hanging hearts. And they are so easy to make, and these are going to make some really nice Valentine gifts for some special people. So let's get started. Let me share with you what it's going to look like. When you're all done, you'll have a really nice project that you can give to somebody for a gift or that you can keep. And the materials that you need are real easy to find. And you can substitute. Maybe you don't have felt. Maybe you want to use old pieces of fabric that you have at home. Use up your stuff at home while you're inside and not in school every single day. So I've got felt, scissors, a marker, a glue gun, or fabric glue. Usually I like to use things that are easy that you guys can use on your own. Today I'm going to use the glue gun when I do mine because it'll take quicker, but you can use liquid adhesive or fabric glue, yarn or string, cotton balls or bubble wrap to stuff the center. I used bubble wrap because I happen to have a whole bunch of that. Glitter, ribbon, feathers, stickers, beads, anything that you can find to decorate the hearts. So let's get started and see what all we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to run through the directions with you quickly, and then I'll show you how to make everything. You're going to cut 2 squares of felt the same size, fold one of the squares in half, draw a half a heart shape using the folded side as a guide in the middle of the heart, cut away from the fold. Then you're going to use the first heart and trace it for the second, for the back, so that they fit together perfect. You're going to cut that out. You're going to glue the edges beginning at the top of the heart. You'll see it when I do it. You're going to just go down about that far, and you're going to stop because you have to be able to stuff the middle of it. And you're going to stuff it up with some cotton balls or bubble wrap or whatever you have. Glue it shut, attach a piece of yarn, and then decorate it with anything that you want to decorate it with. When we get to the decorating part, I'm going to show you this one. I had all these tiny little jewelry beads that I don't know where I ever got, but there's no way that I could see well enough to get it in that tiny hole. So I used those for this one. For this one, I had some extra stickers for Valentine's Day. And for my big one, that was another extra sticker for Valentine's Day. And this one, I decided to make a felt rib. And if you notice, these are different sizes. I have some more little ones here that I'm going to put together to make a little light for somebody for Valentine's Day. So let's get started with our first direction. All right, so 2 squares of fabric, the same size. I'm using pink this time because I didn't make a pink one yet. I'm going to take one of them, and now I'm going to move the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to fold it like this. And I'm going to use this easy trick that we used to use when I was a kid many years ago. And I'm going to draw half a heart onto this folded part. I'll just start down here and go, make it a little rounded here. And look, it looks like I have half of a heart drawn on there. And I don't want to give you patterns for this one because then you won't be able to make any kind you want or any size you like because it's so easy to do. I'm just going to cut that out while it's folded in half. Right on that line. And then when I open it up, now I might have to trim mine because Miss Kristy needs to sharpen up her scissors or get a better pair. Don't know what happened to my good scissors. They just magically disappeared. So now I've got my first heart. And if you can see, it's a little raggedy, but that's okay because you can always decorate around that raggedy part. Just trim that up a little bit. And after you glue it, you can trim it up even too. I'm going to take this first one and I'm going to lay it down on the second one, and I'm going to trace that to make my back heart, because I want to make sure it's exactly even. And if you get a little bit of mark on, it's okay, it will wash off unless you use a permanent marker, so don't make that mistake. And like I said, I'll trim all these edges up. Now I'm going to cut out that second one, because you want the second one to make sure that that second one is going to match the first one. Gotta take my time here. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes cutting is hard business when you're trying to do it perfect. And you're cutting through stuff like felt. There we go. All right. So now we've got our two felt hearts, and I'm going to glue those together here in 1 second. Whoops. Uh-oh, I don't know how to get rid of that. There we go. All right. So we've got our two hearts right here. I'm going to take the best looking one and make that the top piece. And I'm going to once again put this down and show you how I'm going to glue this. I'm going to take my glue gun. These tend to get a little messy, and I'm going to glue just the edge. Oh, there we go. Just the edge. And you have to glue it a little bit at a time because you want to get it lined up perfect. Now I'm going to stop for 1 second as I'm starting to glue that edge. All right, so gluing around the edge here, I'm going to go like this and do this side a little bit. I like to do it, slow, so that you can make sure you get everything lined up nicely. So now I've got the top part glued on both sides. Now I'm going to come down this side just a little bit and make sure you stay on the edge. And I'm going to stop about right there. I'm not going to glue any further than that, because I'm going to need to be able to stick the filling or the batting on the inside. Let me glue this other side down here a little bit. There we go. All right, so I glued down both sides, and I left enough space so that I can get the batting on the inside of the project. Let me put my glue gun to the side for a minute. And I used hot glue because it dried a little quicker and a little easier. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pieces like this of extra bubble wrap and just roll them over, and I'm going to stick them right up inside here like this, and see how that makes it kind of a little three-dimensional and puffy. And I'm just going to take a whole bunch of bubble wrap, cut it into small pieces. I like to try to use things that I get a lot of, and you have probably a bubble wrap left over from Christmas or getting packages. Stick some more bubble wrap up in the other part here. Fill this all in. And once I get enough in there that I have to really jam it up in, I'm going to glue the rest of this together. Make sure that all the bubble wrap's out of the way. And then I'll move the bubble wrap down to the bottom. So I'm going to glue it shut. Notice I really stuffed that up inside there. That came out a little thick there. I can fix that then. I'm going to hold that down for a second. And I'm going to do the other side real quick here. Just on the edge again. Glue that together. And now your heart's all sealed up. And you can move the bubble wrap and just kind of push it down into the bottom. And now you've got a 3-dimensional heart. And then you can just take a piece of yarn and cut it to glue it on the back and decorate it however you would like. Still manipulating that baby a little bit, and you can make all different sizes for anybody that you would like to make a gift for. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make these easy hearts, and I hope that you would share some of your projects with us. You can do that 2 different ways because I'd love to see what you came up with. You could share it on our Facebook page for the library or with me via email at ksgrigNoli@ccpa.net. And of course, as always, especially now that I'm starting to feel better, I can't wait for things to get better out there. I have to remind you, but I always remind you, today it's with a Mickey Mouse mask. And I need to remind you to make sure you mask up when you go out anywhere because I want to be able to see you again real soon. Have a great day.